Hello guys, welcome to TPW Talking Pro Wrestling, and it is now time for AEW Dynamite Predictions. So here we go. The first matchup on the card that I want to talk about, we have the AEW Trios semi-final matchup. The Elite will take on the United Empire, and this will be and whoever wins this goes to the finals at All Out. And we've still got more matchups, most likely being revealed for All Out. All Out is already pretty stacked, but with the roster AEW has, it's the cards are going to be very big, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. I'm guessing there'll be more stuff added to the buy-in, though. But I'm going to predict here that the Elite beats the United Empire. But this matchup has been is going to be big. Especially since Will Ospreay has been calling out Kenny Omega for a long time. And Omega and Ospreay did have some stuff to say after Dynamite went off the air. Was it Dynamite or Rampage? It was Dynamite. But anyway. And we have a tag team matchup now between Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm, and they will take on Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. There's not really a whole lot to say about this one. I do believe Jamie may turn on Britt in this, but we'll see. I also think Jamie might turn on Britt at the All Out pay-per-view. So there is that too to think about. But my prediction here is that that Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter win this. But we'll see. We've also got singles action between Bryan Danielson and, in my opinion, the worst wrestler in AEW, Jake Hager. I'm going to not watch this, but I am going to absolutely predict Bryan Danielson wins this one. Just because of the fact that this is one of those moments where Danielson is going to need the momentum to get into the matchup at Chris Jericho. So he gets another shot, basically. And we will also hear from Jon Moxley as the new AEW World Champion. There might be something cooking up here for All Out. I very much am going to say that this is most likely something being added for All Out. Whether this is the rematch between him and Punk, or he gets another opponent, not entirely sure yet. But I really doubt that Punk is just going to come out of nowhere and ask Moxley for another matchup. Especially with how they've been doing his re-injury. I really doubt we're going to see a Mox versus Punk again. And if we do, well, let's just hope it's longer than 5-8 minutes or however long that matchup was. And let's also hope that CM Punk doesn't do any botches, if that's the case. But, that is I believe that is the only things on the card this time around. So it is a pretty short card here, and I'm very sure there will be a bunch of squash matches, or the other matches like the Elite versus the United Empire. This might be a long matchup, and I'm guessing the Elite versus the United Empire may be the main event. But this may be a long matchup. I also think that Jon Moxley's segment might take up some time. We most likely will see some squash matches too, though. And, of course, we'll have the backstage segments between... we might have the backstage segments between Darby, Allin, Sting. And Sting, I mean. Darby kind of confirmed that him and Sting would be at All Out. And this is kind of a tease as well, because he does not mention anything about Miro, but Darby and Sting did save Miro from the House of Black when he got attacked. So we might see Darby, Sting, and Miro versus the House of Black. It is very, very, it is very, very so that might not be the case too, though. It's all, Darby and Sting may take on somebody else, but I think storyline-wise, Darby, Sting, and Miro versus the House of Black, I think that makes the most sense. Whether this is... And there's also been a lot of rumors about Full Gear and where that may be. Let's just hope it's not Minneapolis, okay? Because All Out is going through that same location treatment, and I hate it. But let's hope Full Gear gets something different. And hopefully next year's All Out isn't in Chicago, but I seriously doubt that, since this year's All Out is in Chicago, and last year's All Out was in Chicago. And I believe that the year before that, in 2020, oh wait, no, that was during quarantine. I think that 2019 All Out, that might have been at Chicago as well. But I could be wrong on that. But honestly, we'll see what happens. This is the go-home edition of Dynamite for AEW's All Out pay-per-view. It's going to be very interesting to see what exactly happens here. But thank you guys. This is TPW Talking Pro Wrestling. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Good night, everybody.